The Witcher 3 released a few years ago for the PS4 and the Xbox One, but I only recently started playing it since it released on the Nintendo Switch. My overall first impression of the game is I love it. It's a great game and I'm having so much fun with it. If anyone has not played this game, I would say and compare it to a third-person Skyrim. The first hour of the game I thought it was going to suck because within the first hour I'd been in 2 battles, one of them was a cutscene. After the first hour I found myself really enjoying this game. Not just for the gameplay, but also its storyline. Everything from the plot, the concept, and even the twists and turns along the story I found very interesting. But I can bestow all the praise and glory in this game. There are few things that need to be discussed about this. 3 things I can think of, and one of them is the graphics of this game are absolutely terrible. They're so bad I can say this is easily my worst looking Switch game I own. The weather effects of this game, particularly the wind, looks absolutely disastrous in this game. And the game is full of wind. There's wind everywhere you go every day. I really do truly appreciate the realism to this game when it pertains to the weather, but it does take some time to get used to this. It took me quite a while to get past the point of thinking this game looks so bad it's almost unbearable to play. That being said about the graphics, I've always found myself to be less appreciative of the graphics and more of the gameplay, and there are some features within the gameplay that are pretty exhaustingly bad. There's an interesting concept in this game of a side campaign, and the game revolves around a game called Gwent. Gwent is a terrible game, and is one of the least fun things about any game I've ever played. Gwent reminds me of Magic the Gathering, if Magic the Gathering did not involve strategy, fun, or interest. And as bad as Gwent is, racing horses in this game is about the worst thing, because the mechanics behind the horse races is absolutely terrible. Basically, all you have to do to win any race in this is to just gallop ahead of your opponent and then just kind of stay in front of them. Don't, let them pass, and they'll kind of push you into the finish position. The hardest part about the horse races is simply not bumping into fences, completely stalling your horse, or going off track because the confusion of which road you're supposed to take. But as far as these 2 game features go, they really are only side quests that you have to do periodically. And as a completionist goes, I don't think I'm going to be completing this game to 100% because both of these gameplay features kind of suck. Now, the worst aspect of this game, I don't know if this pertains to the Xbox One and PlayStation 4 versions, but this game is really, really buggy. I've had a few issues traveling with my horse at full speed through the fields. I'll suddenly get stopped with an invisible wall that entraps my horse, and the only way I can move is if I get off my horse and call it from a different location. Another thing that I've noticed is the progression of a quest or maybe talking to a person won't function immediately. It would take like 5 or 10 seconds for something to load, or I don't know. And the worst bug of all I've noticed is game crashing. I've been playing for about 12 hours or so, and I've noticed my game crash probably about 6 times. I thought I had to do something pertaining to the map, but the last time it crashed on me was during combat with a few bandits in the city. Overall, like I said, this game is great and I really enjoy playing it, and I can live without most of this, except for the bugs. This game has to be patched and made better. With the crashes especially being fixed, I could recommend this game to anyone saying this game is dope. But right now, I can only recommend it as saying this game is dope, but be prepared to have your game drop off you a few times. Shifting back to some of the extreme positives about this game, it is quite clear that the creators of this game cared very deeply about this game and the experience it would provide. I can see why the majority of gamers alike really appreciate Project CD Red and are anticipating the new Cyberpunk 2077, because if Cyberpunk is only 1/4 as good as this game, it'll still be better than most third-party games out there.